Hello, it's Dawn Michelle and welcome back to my channel. Today I am very excited to bring you a look at the Wisdom of Pooh Tarot, specifically the Christoper Robin box set and all the goodies that came with it. So I was sent this deck to share with you today by the creators. I'm really excited because I actually have a pretty significant personal connection to Winnie the Pooh. So before we get into the deck, let's real quick look at the extra goodies that came with it. Here is a little Pooh stuffed animal, which is super cute. I was gonna leave him on the table, but he's kind of big and he takes up a lot of space. But look how cute he is. I mean, he's totally gonna hang out in my office. I really have quite a significant attachment to Pooh, so I was really excited when this deck was coming out, looking at it, and then the creator reached out and I was really excited about that. So again, before we jump in, I just want to go through a couple of the extras that were included in this set. The little stuffed animal, there is a coin, and I'm kind of loving the coin thing, and it's probably because I use a coin now in my monthly practice with my members, and so I love the idea of having all these different coins that I can swap out with the energy of, you know, whatever it is that's on the coin. So it's going to be really hard to see on camera, but it says "oh bother" on it, which is just amazing. Anyway, I'm absolutely loving the little inclusion of coins in some decks because I'm actually making use of them, which is kind of cool. There came with it some of these beautiful little prints, which I'm assuming are from the deck, and I will definitely be making use. Eeyore is my freaking favorite. I mean, I really love Pooh and I really love Tigger, but Eeyore is my main man. I love Eeyore. So, although I'll put Pooh on the front here, and we'll maybe just tuck that right there with the coin. There. Make the table pretty. Okay, there's stickers. And y'all know how I feel about journaling and stickers. Are from the Major Arcana. And then we have this little cute moon phases and the suits, and they're just adorable. I'm really excited to actually play with these. Then there's also this little Wisdom of Pooh Tarot journal. I mean, look at the illustrations. It is a beautiful matte cover. It's spiral bound, has some foil stamping on it. I think that's what that's called. I'm not an expert, y'all. And then inside it's dot grid paper, which is my favorite. And then there's the little Pooh illustration. I mean, how cute is this? This is a very thoughtful, cute little set. I will be making use of these and playing with them. Okay, let's jump into what you really want to see, which is the cards. So the Christoper Robin box set, which it's so big I can't even get it fully on my table, which is amazing. It is this gorgeous, multi-layered box that opens up. Look at this. And there's a map of the 100-acre woods in here. I saw this and I was like, oh my goodness. This just takes me back. It makes me so happy. It makes me so happy. Okay, I just love that. Then obviously we have the Wheel of Fortune there. And so inside, the details. I can't even get it all the way around, y'all. There's some detailing there. There's a little quote here and it says, "One thing you should know, no matter where I go, we'll always be together." Christoper Robin. Then there's another quote here from Winnie the Pooh that says, "If you live to be 100, I hope I live to be 100 minus 1 day so that I'll never have to live a day without you." Y'all, the box is beautiful. It's very large. I will show you what is inside. I've already unwrapped everything, so nothing is in plastic. I hope I got it all. So obviously we have two different decks here. We have the full size 2003 first edition and the mini size in a tin. I'm super excited about this one too, because you know where this is going? Right in my bedtime basket with all of my other mini decks that I love to use at bedtime. Because Pooh at bedtime, that's all the vibes. It's all the vibes. I used to read Pooh, the Winnie the Pooh stories to my kids all the time. I mean, I grew up on Winnie the Pooh, right? Having it read to me, watching the cartoons as a child. Winnie the Pooh is very formative in my life. And when I had children, I not only read the Winnie the Pooh stories and we had the books and we had the stuffed animals and all of that, but also my youngest, their nursery when they were younger was Winnie the Pooh. So I have very personal attachments to Winnie the Pooh. So this is probably going to hit me in a very specific space and way, which I'm really excited to see. I have not looked through this. I have been very good about trying not to watch too many other videos on it so that I can really give you my first impressions on this deck. Obviously, I haven't used it because this is a first impression video, but I'm really excited to dive in. So it came with the two decks. It also came with this beautiful bag. Look how cute it is. It's velvet. This is the Wisdom of Pooh Tarot. And then there's also this gorgeous little velvet reading cloth, which is so cute. Oh my goodness, it's so adorable. I do actually use reading cloths, so I'm excited to have that. And of course, y'all know I do keep my decks in bags most of the time, but like this box is gorgeous. Let's get to the main event. Let's jump into the cards because I'm super excited. Okay, the box, like the production value is amazing. Rue Vervain makes excellent products. I love all the details. Inside we have the deck and a little certificate of authenticity. Also like the little map, details around the side. I mean, you know, just the attention to detail, the attention to detail. There's an image of Pooh in the bottom with the little gold ribbon. Yellow, it's not gold, it's yellow. Very important distinction because Pooh is yellow. He's not gold. Okay, so I have a little certificate of authenticity and a blessing from Seraphina, which is wonderful, and a prayer from Angel. Lovely, beautiful souls. Okay, I did miss plastic on the decks, but it's because I didn't open them all the way. We have some cards in the back, informational cards. Just trying to get to those because I want to share the backs with you. But we have keywords for the minors. Oh my goodness. Okay, we have to like look at this. Hold on. Hold on. The wands are of course little branches, little wands. Then we have our little swords, which look like little wooden swords, super cute. We have chocolate pentacles, which, oh my goodness, that's just amazing. And then a honey pot for our cups. That's so cool, so cool. All right, then we have our major arcana and we have just keywords for both. This is fantastic. Like, I think this is great. Look at the backs. Oh my goodness, the backs are everything. This is gonna be a video of me just going, oh my goodness, so many times and just gushing. Like, this is what's gonna happen. It is gold gilded and it's shiny, but it's that really nice high quality gold gilding. So it's not the kind that bites your hands because I can tell because I can feel it. It's not catching anywhere. It's gorgeous, gorgeous gilding. The cardstock is a beautiful, I don't know what this is. It's beautiful. It's matte, definitely matte. It has a gorgeous texture to it. I should have looked. I don't know what it is. Y'all, I was just too excited. I didn't do my homework. I didn't do my research. I was just like, I just want to open it. I just want to play with it. I want to share it with you. But anyways, gorgeous, gorgeous cardstock. Has a great tactile feel to it. Like, and I'm a tactile person and the deck needs to feel good tactilely, so fantastic. All right, can I hold it? I'm just gonna hold it because like, I mean, I should just put it down and pull cards and like flip them on at a time, but like I need to have it in my hand. I don't know why, I just need to like have it and hold it. Okay, so we have the Fool with Pooh and Piglet and like, is that not a perfect full card? I mean, that's gorgeous. The Magician with Rabbit. Oh my goodness, y'all. I have not seen these images. I've been very, very good about waiting until I can go through the deck myself. So it's going to be a lot of me gushing. That's just what this video is going to be about. But Rabbit and Pooh, and Rabbit's got all of the little emblems, little suits on their table. I mean, it's super cute. Owl is the High Priestess. Yes. Oh my goodness, y'all, I just can't. This deck is so cute. Rue and his mama for the Empress. I love it. And Christoper Robin for the Emperor. The Hierophant, of course. Owl, that's great. Oh, Precious Friends. What a good retitling. I mean, like if you're gonna retitle cards, like this is the perfect case for retitling a card because Lovers doesn't make sense in the context of this deck. But Precious Friends, like really, like Bestow My Heart. Oh my goodness, I love it. The Chariot. Oh my goodness. Like y'all, I can't. The adorableness is just max. It's just max. I'm sorry, this is gonna be a ridiculous video. It just really is, but like, it's gonna be all the gushing goodness. Straight with the Heffel and Pooh. I mean, okay, this Hermit is everything. This Hermit is everything. I love this Wheel of Fortune of all the different characters in the four corners. It's great. Very traditional too, very traditional, but I really like that they have really infused the Pooh world and the Pooh story and that whole landscape into the traditional tarot. I think it works really well. Justice with the Carrot Field. The Hanged Bear. Oh my goodness, that is too cute, y'all. Death. The little fireflies. Oh, I like that. That's a really good, and we have the cricket there. It's a really good card. Temperance with the rain boots. Oh. And the devil. He's all tied up, dressed up like a devil and all tied up. That's so cute. Christoper Robin has little angel wings. The tower. Yeah, they did a really, really good job. Oh, the star. The star. And the moon is so cute. These illustrations are adorable. It just so takes me back to really more so my children's childhood than my own, because that's like more fresh in my mind. Like I don't really remember a ton from my childhood, right? Bits and pieces. But I clearly remember reading this story to my kids, right? To being cuddled up together in their little beds and getting out Winnie the Pooh and reading the Winnie the Pooh stories and them cuddling up with their little Winnie the Pooh dolls. Like it's a very, very visceral memory that I have. So this deck really ties into that for me. So we have the Ace of Honey Pots. So like, I'll be honest, this might be a deck that I actually use in relation to readings. Like I don't tend to do readings like about other people, but readings around my relationship with other people is totally how I operate. And this might be a really great one for tapping into work with my children. Look at the 4. Oh my goodness. 4 of Cups, right? Oh, I love this one. Is he like down in a little hole and he's like eating all the honey. He's just like, he's down there and he's like, cool, whatever, I'm stuck, but I'm gonna eat all the honey. I don't know if that's really the intention there, but that's what I took away from it. So good. Okay, I love this. Again, very reminiscent of traditional, but very keyed into the theme and the energy of the world that we're in here, and that's just amazing. This would also, I think, be an excellent inner child deck. In fact, I have a specific deck that I use for inner child work that I want to pair with this, because of course we're going to do some pairings, right? Of course we're going to do pairings. The Page of Honey Pots, cute. And the Knight. The Queen and the King. So cute, so cute. Our chocolate pentacles, which is just adorable. These make a great sound, I'm just saying. The whole tactile experience of this deck is amazing. There's our 2 of Pentacles. Oh, look at the 3, I love it. Little farmer's market vibe going on there. Our 4. Yeah, I could definitely see working with this one for inner child work. I don't know if I would in particular do that because the Pooh is so closely tied into my kids for me. Like, y'all, I cannot even tell you how many times we have read Winnie the Pooh. Winnie the Pooh. And there was one, Ash's favorite book that we read over and over again was Miss Percy, I think, and the 8th Avenue Cat. I think that was the title of it. And my oldest, Andrew, his was The Cat in the Hat Comes Back. If I thought about it hard enough, I could probably recite that whole book because that's how often we read it. But Pooh was always a staple. That was one that was always on the shelf, and it was one like literally when we traveled, when we went places, when we took the kids on vacation, like we took the Winnie the Pooh books with us because those were the ones that they liked to read. And the Queen of Chocolate Pentacles. King with the little castle in the tree, cute. Yeah, so I have very, very specific memories tied into this world. And so for me personally, that's probably how I would end up working with it. But never say never, because this might tap into something for, work for me personally as well, because I did grow up with Pooh. Do y'all remember the cartoons? I think it was on the Disney Channel. Maybe it was before there was a Disney Channel. I don't know. There was Winnie the Pooh cartoons. Of course, I had the books. I also very distinctly remember watching Winnie the Pooh cartoon. I don't remember if that was me or with me or my kids. Can't remember now. But anyway, yeah. I love Pooh. I love Pooh. There is no Tigger in this deck, and that's because they were waiting for Tigger to come out of copyright, and that deck is coming. I'll show you a little bit about that here in a minute, or just a little note on it. Our 3 of Wands. So cute. Sorry, I get distracted. We're in the wand suit now. Sometimes I get into telling stories when I'm with decks. I notice I do this a lot with members, but sometimes I get into telling stories when I'm looking at decks because they evoke a memory for me or something that I relate to on a personal level. Oh my goodness. I love that there's little writing on this. He climbed and he climbed and he climbed and he climbed and he sang a little song to himself. I love that. That's gorgeous. Look at this 9 of Wands. How cool is that? I love that they're all going down the road. That's really neat. Perfect. Perfect 10 of Wands. Eeyore rebuilding his house again and all of his little branches on his back. I mean, that's just perfect. There's our Page of Wands with Rue. I love this for the Knight of Wands. Our Queen. Love it. There's our King of Wands. So then we have a couple of extra cards here. I'm going to pull those out separately. Looks like some alternate cards. So this one says Bravery. Super cute. Pure Joy. Love that. And Togetherness. Aw, how cute are those? Those are so cute. Okay, but I'm going to pull those out with the other cards because I probably won't use them in readings. Oh, the adorableness, y'all. The adorableness. I just can't. Okay, let's shuffle it. Like, I love the tactile experience of this deck. Also, I can get my hands around it, and that's like a big thing, is when I can comfortably shuffle a deck. Oh, beautiful, beautiful. It riffles gorgeously, it bridges, it slides back together. This is gorgeous. I love it. Oh my goodness. Okay, we are gonna do a few playing with pairs because that's how I roll, you know. I get decks, I need to see what they pair with. Okay, but this deck's kind of a joy to have in hand. The cardstock is really lovely. It feels very lush and like, it's very soft. It kind of feels like a teddy bear. Like, isn't that a perfect analogy? It does kind of feel like a teddy bear because it's like, I don't know, it's like soft and squishy, but like in a good way. Those are not words you should probably use to describe a tarot deck, but like in the best possible way. It feels like if I were to say a deck feels like a teddy bear, this is like what it would feel like. Because like I want to pet it, but like it's also like super usable, and like I don't mean that it's squishy as in like it's bad cardstock or anything, because the cardstock's lovely. But you know how when you have a teddy bear and you're like, I want it to just hold up to like 900 hugs, but I want it to be really just comforting and supportive and like cuddly. Like that's what this deck feels like. It's like a cuddly tarot. That makes no sense, y'all. Sometimes my brain trying to describe it, like, because I'm feeling an experience and I'm trying to describe it and articulate it in words and it's just failing. This is like a teddy bear in my hands. Okay, let's take a quick peek at the tin version. So it comes in this little tin, just super cute. It includes all 4 Kickstarter bonus cards, which must be what those other ones were. Somebody told me that with these you push in and then lift the lid, because I've done it wrong in the past. We have our extra cards in the back here. So basically same setup as the full size, just in this gorgeous mini. The cardstock feels the same. So like, look how cute. I mean, we're not gonna look through all of them again. Like I can tell you right now, this is going straight into my bedtime basket because this is definitely the type of deck that I like to use at bedtime. I use it like in a storytelling way, where I like tell myself a little story and get a message from the cards. I'm gonna pull the extra cards out though. I mean, not like pull them out. What I do is I'm gonna put the extra cards here. I'm gonna put these in between. I love when there's something I can use as a sort of divider. And then, same beautiful gilding, same backs, like it's gorgeous. Let's shuffle these just because we're here playing. So because it's a mini deck, it's a little bit tighter shuffle, but yeah, still shuffles beautifully, beautifully. There's just not quite as much bend on any mini deck because you have less surface area, right? But it's the same cardstock, it's gorgeous. Love it. I love a good mini deck. Like, look how perfectly that fits in my hand. Yeah, this one's definitely going in the bedtime basket. So now I can, you know, give myself a little Pooh bedtime story and a reading all at once. How fantastic is that? Like, look at those. They're so cute. Oh my goodness. I love it. I love it. Okay, let's get to the pairings. So the first deck I'm going to pair it with is the Bloomin' Lovelies. Here's the backs. And I felt like this would be a really good match for the Pooh just because of the sort of inner child, playful energy of this particular oracle. It also has some great kind of storybook-esque messages on the front, so I thought they would go together really well. I'm going to put my glasses on so I can actually see what we are doing. Okay, so here we have, we, the cosmic, tumble down and ramble on to forage for stars, for they taste so sweet, between the Emperor and the Seven of Swords. Ooh, I like that. This is an interesting one. Also, look at the colors between the two, the dark blues. Wax on, wax off. Ace of Swords and Ace of Wands. How interesting is that? Beginning of both journeys, but keeping in mind that it's an evolution, right? I think that's so cool. Regard, clouds between the Magician and the Six of Honey Pots. That's really cool. Sad songs must be sung between precious friends. Oh, I do really like these together. I feel like the Blooming Lovelies really adds kind of storybook message vibe to the Pooh experience, which is really cool considering Pooh is based on a story, right? It says, one fine day joy will come between the star and judgment. Oh my gosh, how perfect of a message is that? I don't think I could have picked a better oracle to land between those two cards. Take the route less traveled between the Seven of Wands and the Four of Pentacles. Love that. There goes destiny masquerading as chaos. This card is like, that's my card. It's my card in this deck. Between the Knight of Swords and the King of Swords. I love that. Let's do a few more here. A beetle has better places to be. Cute. I'll just read the messages on the Blooming Lovelies as we flip through the last few just so you can make sure you can see what they are saying. The swoopy sky punk wins the chips. Love it. I do really like these two together. I feel like there's definite kind of storybook quality, but also a little bit of humor, a little bit of play, and I think that works really well. This one says, dry your eyes, baby. Something inside the shell sings. Ooh, that's really interesting between the Eight of Cups or Eight of Honey Pots and the Hierophant. Really interesting. All right, let's just do a couple more. Answers are questionable things. I really love this card too. It feels very, very fitting, right? It feels like it really sits well in this world. Like I want to keep flipping through them. Okay, this one maybe not so much. I mean, I love this card, but aesthetically speaking and energetically maybe doesn't quite as fit well with the deck, but it does say, why wear your sad face when you can wear a banana? I mean, absolutely. Like some days that's the energy I need. Start afresh, said the egg. Remember nothing except how to get out of your shell. Which is interesting between the Hanged Bear and the Page of Chocolate Pentacles. That's pretty cool. All right, let's just do one more because I do have other decks to pair. Your tale deserves to be told. Oh, that's a perfect one to end on. Okay, let's see what else we got. So one I was really excited to try is the Green Witches Oracle deck. Here's the backs of those, which are beautiful. Because the illustrations in this deck kind of remind me of the illustration style in the Pooh, and it has a lot of nice white space. It's kind of cream colored. Sometimes that bothers me. Right now, I'm not seeing a huge difference between the cream and the white, so like I'm good with it. The other thing this has is keywords, and I absolutely love that because I can tie that into the reading. So here we have seeds with new ideas, hope, and open-mindedness between the Nine of Pentacles and the Three of Pentacles. Oh, that's beautiful. This is like kind of the seed, and this is where we end up after we do the work. I like that. It's the Moon with phases, cycle, and intuition. I love that. So with planning, setting intentions, and optimism between the Four of Pentacles and the Four of Wands. Oh, how interesting is that? The two fours. That's really high. The walking staff. Yeah, I'm feeling energetically, I'm feeling like these are in alignment with each other. I'm also kind of liking the messages and the way they're coming out. Sage with wisdom, purification, and harmony between the Three of Wands and the Queen of Honeypots. That's really cool. Like all of this planning needs to come into harmony with the energy of the Queen in order to create that wisdom experience. I think that's really cool. Carnelian with energy, leadership, and creativity between the Two of Honeypots and the Moon. Ooh, that's really cool. I have to refresh my poo pile here. Broom. Energy clearing and freshening between the Queen of Chocolate Pentacles and Death. Yes, absolutely. I can get on board with that energy. Broom for Death. The Sickle with focus, regrowth, and letting go between our Four of Swords and our Two of Wands. I love putting the tail back on Eeyore. That's fantastic. All right, let's just do one more with this one. We have Butterfly, transformation, joy, beauty between the King of Chocolate Pentacles and the Wheel of Fortune. I love this butterfly energy with the Wheel of Fortune. I think that works really well. So the next oracle deck that I want to pair it with is the Hedwig Botanical Oracle. Here's the backs of those. This is one of my absolutely most used oracles. I throw this oracle at everything to see what sticks. And I thought this might be a great one for the Pooh because it's a very illustrative style, but it's also got a lot of white space and the coloration is very minimal. So it's not going to overpower the tarot. That's one of the things that I like to keep in mind. And I've got a really heavily illustrated tarot deck like this one is with very specific illustrations. I don't want my oracle to overpower it. The tarot be the focus of the reading and the oracle card is just there to support it. So we have Preserve between the Hanged Bear and the Page of Honeypots. Right? Yeah, I'm really liking this. This feels cohesive and I feel like these keywords are going to tie really well into creating a support or a focal point for the reading itself. So Ritual between the Page of Chocolate Pentacles and the Nine of Honeypots. That's beautiful. Yeah, I really like these. I'm thinking this one is my favorite so far, and this might be the pairing that I go to. Adversity. That's a great keyword for those cards. Connection. Beautiful. Yeah, I'm really liking these together. I think I really liked the Blooming Lovelies as well because that adds a totally different energy. That's like if I really want to tie into that inner child's kind of play place. This to me feels like a pairing, like more of, I want to use the Pooh Tarot, but I want to use it for like grown-up things to kind of bridge the gap between, you know, what the inner child wants and sort of that grown-up need to be, you know, a productive human being. Not that children aren't productive, they're actually super productive, but, you know, being productive as an adult is very different than being productive as a child. But I really like this. It feels like it adds a bit of, seriousness is not the right word. It adds a bit of maturity to the reading, where I feel like I could take this pairing and I could read it with, and in terms of any sort of question, right? I don't feel like I would have to be locked into inner child work when I pair it with an oracle like this, because it takes it to a different sort of level, right? I'm kind of stepping a little bit outside of the realm of inner child and stepping more into the realm of how can I bring play and imagination and curiosity and wonder into what I'm currently doing, right? Into my real life world. I think that actually works really well. I really like that because I was, you know, sitting here wondering as I was flipping through this, how can I use this for me? Like in an everyday sense, how could I use this Pooh Tarot for me in an everyday sense? And I feel like pairing it with an oracle like the Hedwig Botanical is where it's at. That allows me to really tap into all of that beautiful, imaginative, creative play energy that I really love working with it. Like that's a huge part of my practice these days, is really trying to find areas and ways that I can punctuate my life with those elements of play and imagination and curiosity and wonder, but doing so in a way that is in alignment with my actual real life and my actual practice. I feel like that is what this pairing does just absolutely beautifully. In fact, I want to do a reading. Should we do a reading? Is that all the pairings I have? Yeah, that's all the pairings I have. So let's actually do a reading. We're going to let Pooh air my dirty laundry. Oh, this deck is a joy to shuffle. I really don't know how to explain it besides it feels like hugging a teddy bear. Like if I was to say that a deck felt like a teddy bear, or if somebody were to ask me, what deck in your collection feels like hugging a teddy bear? I'll be like the Pooh Tarot. Such an odd thing to say about a tarot deck, but like that's just really what comes to mind. Like I could hug it and squeeze it and hold it and call it George, right? It's so beautiful. It's so beautiful. Okay, let's give this a shuffle. Let's just do what kind of a reading we want to do. Let's kind of stray away from the inner child energy, and let's look at how I could use this deck to bring play and wonder and imagination into my current work or my current day. So let's just kind of use those as a framework, okay? So I'm gonna pull an oracle card to give us a focus. So nurture, okay, so that's the perfect card. So what I'm gonna look at is how can I nurture, what did I say? We're gonna do a real reading. So I'm gonna proceed as if it's a real reading. I'm just gonna grab a little notepad here. Because when I do readings on the fly, sometimes this is what I do. Nurture, so we wanna know how we're gonna nurture curiosity. I don't know what I said before, but now this is where we're going. Wonder and play. Let's go with those three keywords. Curiosity, wonder, and play. So I'm gonna kind of just take a minute. Curiosity, wonder, and play. How can I nurture those energies in my current situation, my current projects? I'm throwing cards everywhere, y'all. This is just me being a bad shuffler and not paying attention, because what's happening in the back of my brain as I'm also doing this, I need to be focusing on the reading. But what's happening in the back of my brain is I'm thinking about all the other decks that I have. Like, do I have other decks that would go with this, that would feed the same sort of energy? All right, let's pull cards. So how can I nurture curiosity? The High Priestess. Oh, interesting. Tapping into that sort of the inner voice, right? Really focusing in on what it's telling me. That's going to spark that curiosity, right? When we think of the High Priestess, like she usually has the veil behind her. So what's behind her? We're going to step into her world. Then we have wonder with the Nine of Wands. Oh, that's a good one. That's a good one. Because for me, this is really telling me like we need to not be so worried about like the road ahead. We maybe just need to engage in the current moment and let wonder kind of be that focus of what's going on right now, not wondering what's ahead. And the reason I go to that route is because Pooh's like, he's kind of bandaged up. He's kind of banged up, right? He needs to not be still trying to get his through here. He needs to take a moment. So this is telling me that I need to kind of just stop trying to get to the end zone and really just sit in this moment and really experience it for what it is, and to really acknowledge that. Nothing like Pooh calling me out of my dirty laundry. I love it. Okay, so for play, I got the Four of Wands. It says North Pole discovered by Pooh. Pooh found it. I love it. So really, this is telling me how I'm going to focus in on play is by letting curiosity and wonder, nurturing that to let me explore and to tap into this idea of play in almost like a soul level sense, right? Because we're in the wand suit, we're in the fire of soul, but also of being. So allowing myself to be in this space of play and tapping into that curiosity and wonder. Oh, that's really good. I really like that. I feel like that's a really great succinct reading. And I feel like I'm not really in inner child space, right? Because I think sometimes when we look at decks like the Pooh or some other decks that I have in this kind of vein, sometimes I get too locked into the idea of it's an inner child deck, but it doesn't have to be, because this is really letting me explore that idea of the things that inner child represents through a lens of what can I do and how can I use it in a very practical way in the here and now, right? As a grown-up. And I think that that's really amazing. Like as a grown-up, we don't have to forget our sense of wonder and play. We can still play as grown-ups. And I think that's really, really fantastic. So there you go. That is a very, oh my goodness, gushy look at the Wisdom of Pooh Tarot. I really, really like this deck, and I feel like I've definitely found some ways through this experience that I can use it personally in my practice. I would also probably use it in things to do around inner child work, but I like that I've kind of discovered that it's not really locked into that. And I think that's really, really important for me in my particular practice and how I work with the tarot and my decks. I want to thank Rue Vervain for sending me this beautiful set to share with you today. As always, you'll find links for everything I've shown here in the description box of this video. I do realize that I forgot to mention the Tigger deck. Man, I do love me some Tigger. So the Wisdom of Pooh and Tigger 2 is coming to Kickstarter spring of 2024. And then it looks like there's a book. Is there a book coming first quarter 2024? A deep dive into the Wisdom of Pooh. Oh my goodness. That's kind of amazing. I gotta go check that out now. Okay, gotta go check that out. But also, if this is not currently on Kickstarter at the time I'm recording, it probably will be very, very soon. So I'll definitely leave links to everything below for you so you can check out the current version of Winnie the Pooh Tarot and check out the Tigger 2 version as well. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today. I hope that you enjoyed this video, and I look forward to sharing with you again soon.